Tron Ares. It's boring. There's no story. The soundtrack is weird. Too many girl bosses. Jared Leto's a snore. It has Jodie Turner-Smith. It's trash. Tron is not in a Tron movie. This is what I've heard from critics I follow on YouTube. Ironically, these are the same critics that said Picard Season 3 was good. However, I was ready to join them in this protest of Disney violating another one of their franchises, to which they have done on numerous occasions. Yet, when I saw this in one of the trailers, I changed my mind. I look back on my Picard Season 3 review and I realized that I have had a better vantage point by actually watching these shows and movies. Don't get me wrong, Picard Season 3 is still a dumpster fire, but I really wanted to give Tron Ares a chance. So warm up your lasers, defrag your identity disks, and boot up your 4K RAM. Here is my review of Tron Ares. As I said before, I was prepared not to see Tron Ares. Most notably since Bruce Boxleitner, Tron himself, said he was not going to be in the movie. Seriously? Tron is not going to be in a Tron movie? Also around this time, I was able to extract my old Tron Legacy dedication video I uploaded to YouTube on June 26, 2010. And Disney promptly had it banned because...
Of course!
Getting back to Bruce, he did say go see Tron Ares. Otherwise the franchise will die. Bruce definitely has a love for the Tron franchise, even though Disney betrayed Tron for the now infamous Disney Star Wars. So with Bruce's plea and showing the 1982 graphics, it definitely pulled me in. Anywho, I saw it last Saturday and colored me impressed. It was better than I thought. Is it the greatest Tron movie since, well, Tron?
No.
But it gave us an opening for a final showdown, and I hope it really happens. I think a lot of people miss the point of Tron Ares. This movie wasn't about the good guys, it was about the bad guys. A sort of Empire Strikes Back in a sense. I know people were expecting to see Tron, Sam, Cora, and heck, a resurrected Kevin Flynn, but no. This was a story of what happened to Edward Dillinger, the semi-villain creator of the MCP and SARC at ENCOM. At the end of the original Tron, we see Edward Dillinger, played by the late great David Warner, walking into his office, seeing on his console the message that Kevin Flynn received, proving that Dillinger stole the original program of Space Paranoids from Flynn, as well as many others to enrich himself. Thus, Dillinger is exposed and is left sitting in his office contemplating his life decisions. So the story of Tron Ares focuses on Julian Dillinger, the grandson of Edward Dillinger and the son of Edward's daughter, Elizabeth. Which is why we don't see much of the heroes or the original Tron in Tron Ares. We are also introduced to Eve Kim, who is the new CEO of ENCOM and is this supposed girl boss. In all honesty, I didn't see it. She took over ENCOM after Sam Flynn just upped and left, kinda how Kevin Flynn just upped and left in Tron Legacy, but we know better. Ares was created by Julian Dillinger as a Tron-like security AI. However, Ares is designed for both defense and offense purposes. Ares is a full functional AI and begins to question his existence, and when he is brought into the real world, he questions his very own purpose. The ultimate goal of Tron Ares is to retrieve the permanence code, which allows all grid programs, including AIs, to remain permanently in real life, instead of derezzing in 29 minutes. Now, there could be a possible plot hole here since Cora made it to the real world, but we find out why that is in a few moments. During this time, we are introduced to Athena, played by Jodie Turner-Smith.
Yes.
Yes, that Jodie Turner-Smith of Acolyte infamy. She is Ares' second in command and later becomes the new villain program after Ares refuses to kill Eve Kim when Eve is transferred to the grid because it is believed by Julian Dillinger that she has the code in her own DNA. Finally, Ares is transferred into Kevin Flynn's internet grid when he tries to stop Athena from killing Eve right before he is derezed from being in the real world for 29 minutes. Apparently, Kevin Flynn, being the computer genius that he is, well, or was since he sacrificed himself for Sam in Legacy, essentially created an AI of himself in his own grid. So Kevin's likeness is the one who gives Ares the permanence code, which allows him to stay in the real world forever. The rest you can watch when or if you go see Tron Ares. Like I said, I realized that Tron Ares focused on the villains of the Tron universe. Yes, I know that the people in charge wanted to use the "it's time for a new generation" to take over a 43-year-old franchise, but watching this, I was pleasantly surprised that they made it work for the most part. Jared Leto did a great job of being a stoic, innocent AI who is trying to figure out the grid and the real world. Jodie Turner-Smith did a fantastic job of being one of the villains, and Greta Lee did a good job as a girl who is a boss. She didn't come across as self-righteous or the bestest ever. She actually showed fear in what she didn't understand, which showed relatability. Evan Peters as Julian Dillinger was a great obsessive-compulsive villain who is so focused on power that he sacrifices everything, including his own mother. Overall, it was a great film. We see all the villains come together to try to take down Encom, but they actually end up helping Encom. We're also seeing the possibility of a great battle that's supposed to be taking place soon, and I really hope we get to see that in the future. The cons of the movie was an overabundance of references to the 80s, or how cool the 80s were, even though the 80s were cool. The Nine Inch Nails soundtrack was awesome, but far too loud. I don't remember the Daft Punk soundtrack was that loud as well. Also, to those who are claiming that Tron Ares is a flop, remember, the original Tron was a flop as well. Let's look at those scores. In the end, we see Ares trying to locate Sam and Cora on Kevin and Sam's old Ducati, while holding a picture of Cora with coordinates written on them and Julian Dillinger receiving Sark's identity disc, being transformed into Sark. Whoa. Go see Tron Ares and judge for yourself. Mrs. JRC99US and I really had a great time watching, and I think you will too.